suggested that we meet under a disused jetty by the river.
Disused Yeti?
Hey, so I'm doing this one by myself today, so I'm using it as an opportunity to talk about something really fun that's going to be happening next month, actually, in February. It's the 12th, 13th, and 14th. There is a convention, largest North American Doctor Who convention. I'm going to be there, and Liam's going to be there. This episode is just sort of like, for those people who are getting excited to, get excited, get more excited, and for people who don't know about it to become aware of it. And by the way, I'm in no way affiliated with them. I don't work for them. I'm just a fan who has, been going for years, and I think it's really fun. And I'd be remiss not to mention the program director, Sean Lyon, and all of the volunteers who do an amazing amount of work. And they don't get to go and enjoy it in the way that we do. They do it. The reason that they keep doing it is because of how happy it makes all of the other fans. Personally, I'm a panel person. That's one of the things that attracts me to this convention. Generally, I'm running in and out of panels. They always have several activity tracks happening at once. They have discussion panels with fans, but they also have panels with guests, not only from Doctor Who, but sometimes from Torchwood and other related shows. The fan panels are really fun just to go listen to and be part of the discussion because the people who are talking in the panel talk with the audience, and I've actually been lucky enough to actually be on a couple of panels. It's the most fun in the world. And the guests that they get are really incredible. They've had doctors in the past. They've had Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann. This year, the big one is John Hurt's going to be there, which we're all pretty excited about. And they have a lot of companions. They have both classic companions and new companions. We've had people like Freema Agyeman, Billie Piper, Arthur Darvill. And then from the classic series, we've had Carol Ann Ford, Fraser Hines, Wendy Padbury, Debbie Watling, Louise Jameson, a bunch of people. And the caliber of guests, again, I can't stress, the people who they have from the crew, they have current writers, they have directors, they have model builders and science specialists. It's crazy the people that they have there. Of course, a lot of podcasters. Last year was my first year actually cosplaying, which makes it about 10 times more fun. Basically, well, I gotta say, it's at least 50% of the people are cosplaying. And if you're a cosplayer, it's a great place to go. A lot of people there are the people who are the best of the best. I've seen some amazing stuff. They've always got a cosplay hall where you can meet up with other cosplayers. And then there's a big event every Saturday night. They have a big, they call it the Mask of Mandragora ball. Basically, if you're at the convention, you go there and you sit in the audience. And the only people who aren't in the audience are the people who actually are participating in the, on-stage event. And anyone can do that. You have to sign up and do all this stuff, but if you're there, then you can compete. All throughout the weekend, they have a dealer's room, an art show, a charity auction, and they've got just the most incredible stuff. Photos, autographs, it's all there. And they have a kids area, so if you have kids, I know less about that because that's not the thing that I have found the need to go to. But they have a whole section just for children. It's a lot of crafts and things. Actually, some of the crafts that I've seen the kids walking around with look really cool. I kind of want to go and make them myself, but I feel like that would be weird. And then on the other hand, they have more sort of adult themed things happening later at night, and they serve alcohol, and it gets pretty crazy and pretty fun. The other cool thing is it's not just about the TV show, it's all Doctor Who. And again, it's classic and new series. If you're into the books or the comics, they've always got panels about that. Also, Big Finish is a big part of what they do there. I was mentioning earlier that they, all the different guests that they have a lot of Big Finish people there. They have people who, say, Eighth Doctor companions, people you never actually got to see on the show, who are voice actors who are there at the convention, and they always have very interesting things to say. It's basically just if you're interested in any aspect of the show, there is something there that weekend, probably several things happening, maybe all simultaneously. The first year that I went, the 23rd year that they were doing it, it was the last year that they didn't sell out. Also, that was the last year since I've been going that they we're doing single day passes, tickets just for Friday, just for Saturday, and just for Sunday. Last 3 years, they've been doing it, you're getting an all weekend pass or you're not getting a pass. This year, they are bringing back the single day passes, which is if you're not going for the whole weekend, you could go Friday or Saturday or Sunday, but I don't believe that you could do any sort of combination. And I'm probably not the best person to get that sort of technical information from, I'd direct you to their website and maybe ask them for more accurate specifics. It takes place at the Marriott by the LAX airport. It's been there, I don't know how long, I think maybe since the beginning. This will be my 5th year going. It's their 27th year doing it. I'm not an out-of-towner by any means, but I live far enough from the convention that it's too difficult for me to drive back and forth. So I and quite a few of the people stay actually in the hotel, and if you can't get into the Marriott, then there are other hotels around the area. This year, there are a couple of other events happening either in or around that same hotel, so it's going to be pretty crowded. This kind of brings me to my next point too. It's getting very, very difficult to get tickets. You know, like I shouldn't even be telling people who don't know about this because it's going to make it harder for me to get in. First off, we crashed the server. When they did get things back up and running, they're like, nobody go there. You have to email us, and then we'll send you through it. And they sent us like in groups. But I think that unless you emailed them in the first 5 to 10 minutes, you weren't getting in. A lot of people are like, well, you have so many people, you know, why don't you just go to a bigger space? They like the small, you know, somewhat intimate space. Part of the reason that they're doing that is because, you know, I walked down the hall, you know, I once, Mark Shepard passed me, and another time Daphne Ashbrook was walking by. It's crazy, you know, the people who actually work on the show are walking along the halls. A couple of classic Who actors were like walking into like fan discussion panels. It was insane. And, you know, part of what makes it work as well as it does is the community. It's really about the fans who, you know, keep going to this, you know, and are supportive and kind. I'm unfortunately very bad at talking to people that I don't know. And, you know, just about every time I've been to a convention, I've been talking with people online because we've got, you know, this thing that we're all a huge fan of. A lot of fans get ribbons printed up and they hand them out or trade them. So they're not necessarily just giving them to anyone, but they might be trading or like looking for people in certain cosplays. Ribbons. Things are falling apart. Hopefully that's not important. Ribbons everywhere. It's really super fun, and I'm hoping this year that I'm gonna have some of my own made up. Everything that I've gotten in the past have been from people who are super nice and have given them to me, not by trade, just because they're like, here, have a ribbon. And I have all of my previous programs from previous years. This is not at all in order, but they're really cool, and like I was saying it's mostly Doctor Who, but every once in a while you get things like this is Max Headroom because it was year 23 that they were doing it, and Network 23 is the TV station for Max Headroom. And I know that they're doing things like they're going to have a Star Wars panel this year. There's usually something Inspector Spacetime related. I don't know about that this year. I think every year that I've been there has been in the past. I unfortunately have never gotten to go to one. It's driving me crazy. There's always something else happening at that time. Always really fun. I don't know that I'll be speaking on any panels. I asked about maybe doing that. They're still working all that out. I'm gonna do my Second Doctor cosplay as I did last year. It's actually Second Doctor crossplay. But so I'll be around. Liam will be around. If you see us, feel free to come up and talk to us. We should be back at Galaxy of Comics with a proper panel. I'm going to try something a little bit different. We're going to do mini-episodes. Is mini-episodes a thing? Mini-episodes, I feel like that should be a thing. We're going to take a discussion that maybe wouldn't be like a full panel length, and we're going to talk about everything for like 5 to no more than 10 minutes, and then I'm just going to start cutting people off. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if it's going to be better or worse, but I'm going to give it a try. See, this, again, I need an outro. I need something. A Disused Yeti.
Disused Yeti?